Okay everybody, welcome back to more Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater HD Edition. And we left off last time having seen Snake get caught in his disguise, and Volgin gave him a serious beatdown. And basically this one is going to be more cutscenes, and we're going to see Volgin torturing / interrogating Snake, trying to find out what his intentions are. And when Ocelot and the boss actually get involved in the whole cutscene, we're going to find out how Big Boss lost his eye as well, in case anyone hasn't played this game before and they don't know. So we're going to find out the legend of the eye patch too. Yeah, so we're really starting to get near the end of the game now. There should be maybe like 2 or 3 hours more content left, and a lot of that's going to be cutscenes. So I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, I'm going to leave it to the cutscene now. So enjoy.
Tell me!
Stop it!
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that. You monster.
I guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? What a beautiful body you have, like a newborn baby. But not for long. Well then, let's get started. What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy? Answer me! Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man. Here's where the fun really begins. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts. Let's see how you like this. Now answer me. How much does the CIA know? They're after my legacy, aren't they? Your real target is the Philosopher's Legacy, isn't it? Yes. Let yourself go. That's what I want to see.
It's no use. He's not going to talk. He's been trained not to break. Trained by me.
Admit it! We're after the location of the legacy! The secret fund established by the three great powers during the 2 world wars. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? $100 billion, divided up and hidden all over the world. And you're looking for a record of where all that money is hidden, right? No matter. The Philosopher's legacy is safely in my possession, in the underground vault of Groznygrad. You'll never lay a finger on it. What's this? A transmitter? Who's responsible for this?
I am. I planted it on him to keep track of his movements.
Why?
So the Cobras could ambush him.
If they knew where he was gonna be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered. It pains me to do this, boss, but under the circumstances, I'm afraid I must ask you to show me some proof that you and he were not in collusion.
You don't trust me, is that it?
Not that, but he is your apprentice.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Cut out his eyes. I don't like those blue eyes of his. There's nothing more important to a soldier than his eyes. You made him a soldier, and now you will unmake him. Yes, it'll make for a touching display. He's all yours. Do it! Ruin him, just as he did the Cobras. What is it, Tanya?
He's suffered enough.
Well, well. Why are you protecting him? That smell. Tatyana, you're the spy.
What are you talking about?
I know that smell.
Stop it!
Taking a fancy to her, eh, Ocelot?
No, I have no interest in this woman. I want to test her. I'll let this be the judge.
Do as you like.
Here we go.
There, satisfied now?
Well, that was refreshing. Come, we're going to my room.
So you survived the Colonel's torture, eh? Watching this has made me realize something. It's really not that bad. It's the ultimate form of expression. You got lucky this time, Tatyana.
Run!
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and head west. Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go north. You'll find an open manhole there.
You're...
Quiet! Go through the manhole down into the sewers. The door at the north end of the sewers is unlocked. You can use it to get outside the fortress. I've got your equipment. We'll meet up later.
Eva...
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of there yourself. I'll be in touch.
Alright, that was a big ass cutscene and a lot of stuff happened, but basically, thanks to Ocelot's little revolver games, Snake's lost his eye. So yeah, now we're stuck in this cell and we need to get out. One way to do it is like this. Basically, the guard's going to give you food every now and again, and if you throw the food back to him as like a nice gesture, I think after the third time, you have a cutscene with him. And from that cutscene you can find out the frequency that you need to get out of the jail. But as you would have seen from the cutscene, if you press R1 at a particular time, the Sorrow holds up a card with the thing that you're looking for. So just so that I don't make it too easy for myself, I'm gonna do it the other way by giving him the food. And I just want to show that apparently from what I've heard, there should be like a nightmare sequence here. If you lie on the bed, he kind of falls asleep and has a nightmare sequence. But for whatever reason, that's been taken out of this version of the game, which is a bit silly to be honest. But there's not much we can do. Also, if you do the food thing, he gives you the cigarette gas spray back, and that's going to be a useful tool, obviously, since we don't really have any proper weapons. So there's not much I can do right now. I just have to wait for him to come round 2 more times, and then when that happens we're going to trigger off the cutscene and we're going to find out who this guy is. And it turns out he's actually one of the ancestors of some very important people in the game.
Chow time!
And his name pretty much says it all when we find out what it is.
Huh? Hey, thanks!
I mean, the guy's a walking rubbish bin. He just eats everything somehow, but I don't know. Just practicing my combat skills. There's not really much you can do, you just have to wait. Come on, come on. Yeah, so especially if you're doing like a European Extreme style run, this section is probably one of the most difficult in the game if you haven't done it before, because I mean you don't have any weapons, you don't have any camouflage, you don't have anything. So getting through the guards is definitely much more difficult in this next section. So that's why, especially getting the cigarette spray, it's probably going to be useful for me. I don't know, but we'll see. It's better than not having it, and you get to watch the cutscene as well.
Eat up!
So once I throw this out, he should eat it, and then we should trigger the cutscene.
Huh? Well, it's your loss.
All right, let's watch the cutscene.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too. All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny. My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
The whole clan of Johnnies.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I just want to see my family again.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Not as rough as you have it, though. Here. I filched them from your equipment when the Colonel wasn't looking. It's the least I can do. Well?
Don't suppose you could let me out of here?
Huh? I can't do that. Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you. I've said too much. I gotta go.
Alright, so we have found where Johnny comes from. There's a Johnny in every MGS game, and it turns out they're all from the same family. So we found the eldest of the Johnnies. And now all I've got to do is wait for him to come around one more time, and I can use the cigarette spray that he gave me to put him to sleep and get out of this place.
Time to eat!
What is this? It's getting stuck. Come on. There we go. I was pressing square but nothing was happening for some reason. Alright, let's put that frequency in. It's a shame, it should kind of be randomly generated, but in every game it's the same. So the next time you come back here, if you're doing a replay for whatever reason, the frequency is going to be the same. We haven't heard from Major Zero in a while, so...
Did you manage to escape?
Yeah, I'm out.
Be careful. In your present state, you're practically naked. You don't have a single decent weapon and you'll never survive in a battle. Take some time and pull yourself together. Eva says she's recovered your equipment, so rendezvous with her as soon as possible to get your gear back. Use the escape route Eva set up for you. Go down into the sewers through the manhole in the northwest section of Groznygrad. Start out by exiting the holding cells and heading northwest.
Okay, let's see what Johnny's got. I think he should have one or two useful things for us. Ah, he's got more food. Fat bastard. Okay, and he's got smoke grenades. Good. That might come into use. As you can see, the camouflage really sucks. So you're going to be spotted pretty easily. If I remember correctly, there's nothing in that room. Random medical supplies, I don't need that. Okay, let's get out of here. Alright, I think I'm going to end this episode here, and in the next one you'll see how I meet up with Eva and how I get through the guards, even though I don't have any particularly good items. So I'll see you next time.
You want to save?